ever since I finished college, I've been working a full-time job. And I've been on self-improvement since then for about 4 years. So I wanted to make a quick video just going over some of the stuff that I've learned over the past 4 years in terms of balancing a lot of different aspects of life. A lot of guys my age struggle to balance the 9-to-5 job, the social life, anything kind of business venture they're working on, their own fitness, their own mental health. And these are all things that I've had to combat as well. And I'm still combating against balancing all of these different aspects of life. And it can get really complicated. So I just wanted to make a quick video going over some of the things that I've learned. And I hope it can help you, because I imagine you're in a similar situation to I am, and maybe at a similar stage. Maybe I'm only a couple steps ahead of you. So hopefully you can learn some of the things that I've learned that have massively helped me to balance all these different aspects of life. So the first one is balancing your work. This is arguably the biggest, most difficult thing to balance in any man's life, is their work. So the largest mental bulk of the day is my 9-to-5. In my case, it's actually 7 till 3, but it's the same. So what are the things you want to look out for? So if you're going to get a job, if you don't currently have a job, or you do currently have a job that you really don't like, but you're really not in a position to leave that job just yet, or you're too, it's too big of a risk, or you're too young maybe, or whatever it is, you want to learn some skills in that industry, I'd recommend you get a job that's got flexible hours. This is a huge thing for me. Having those flexible hours, having the ability to do a 7 till 3 rather than a 9-to-5 is huge. And had I been doing a 9-to-5 all this time, I wouldn't get nearly as much done as I do now. Probably wouldn't be in as good shape as I am now, because I'd struggle to do the stuff on a morning in time that I need to do. And finishing at 5, you'd hit rush hour in the UK, getting back from work. And it'd just mean that I'd have less hours in the day. It'd work out a net loss in hours in the day. Make sure they've got a working from home policy. Make sure that you're doing something on your laptop. So you don't want to be doing anything in construction or anything manual with your hands. You don't want to be going into being an electrician or a bricklayer or anything like this. You want to be able to work from home. You want to be able to work from a laptop. And those jobs tend to be the ones with the most valuable skills anyway. So make sure that you can work from home if you need to. And then make friends and connections at work. Don't close yourself off when you're at work. Don't have this hustle mindset where you think that you just need to get your work done. You don't need to speak to anyone. One of the best bits about a job in general is just the people you meet and the stuff you learn from them. So I'd highly recommend that you make connections with people at work and be social. You'll learn a lot. And then always look to upskill yourself. So whether you're in sales, marketing, whether you're doing stuff with clients, whatever, try and learn as much as you can whilst you're in that job. Right, social life. Balancing social life for me has been super, super, super difficult over the past 4 years, because it takes up a lot of time. And because work's already taken up so much of your time, trying to actually then make time for friends, make time for family, make time for your girlfriend, whatever it is, it's difficult. Because let me guess, you're in a similar situation to me where you got a 9-to-5 job, or maybe you go full-time to college or university or school, and you're working on a business outside of your job. You're wanting to make money online, like I am. But then it's almost impossible to do those two things and then also have a social life. So what I recommend you do is think about this. There's a time and a place to do fun stuff with your mates. But any time that you lose doing that, make sure you make up for it. So for me, if I'm trying to do a video every other day or a video a day, and I know that I've got stuff planned with friends, then I'll look to make 2 videos that day, work extra hard that night beforehand so that I can still get a video out, even when I'm out, and schedule it out. That's just an example for me. Might be different for you, might involve emails, might involve making some ad creative, whatever it may be. Just make sure you make up for that lost time. But just don't be afraid to say no either. This is a huge problem that I had. I'd get peer pressured by a lot of my friends to go out. And look, I've just started saying no to people a lot more. And you might think that makes me sort of, unsociable, or maybe a lot of your friends, you're not going to, they're probably not your friends if they're going to stop being friends with you if you don't see them as often. But, if they're not happy about that, then just explain to them what you're trying to do, what you're spending your time on other than meeting them. And if they're your true friends, they'll understand why you're doing it. And then that leads me on to the next one, is make sure that the people you're hanging around with have your best interests at heart. Make sure that they understand what you want to do. Make sure that they're totally on your side, and make sure that they help level you up and take you to that next level. Make sure conversations that you're having at these social events, whether you're just going out for a few drinks, whether you're going to do some fun activity, whatever it is, make sure that you get to have a conversation with however many people, 2-3 people, who it's not a pointless conversation. You know, you want to try and have these conversations where you kind of both in the same boat and you can like level each other up. And that's just the best kind of people you can hang out with. YouTube. Okay. So this has been very difficult as well for a similar reason to the social life stuff to balance. YouTube takes up a lot of time. So I've not been doing YouTube very long, few months, kind of consistently. Maybe only 1 month really, just in June consistently. And it does take up a lot of time to do videos consistently. So I've learned quite a bit. And what I've learned about it is that time is obviously your most valuable currency. That when you do, if you are going to do YouTube or really any kind of online business, none of them are quick. They're all very, very time intensive at the start anyway, until you can get money to fund some like automation processes. But right now I can't hire a thumbnail editor. I can't hire a video editor. So really, for me, I've had to go with make videos as efficiently as possible. So this kind of Canva presentation style video with just a little Loom recording is much, much quicker to film and set up and create than having to script a video and then record it using the stand behind me. This is just a faster way to do it. And I found that I can get videos pumped out way quicker doing this. And actually, I feel like I convey information to you guys in a better way doing it this way. So for me, this has been an example of making this process efficient. So whatever business you're working on, make the process. Don't think about the business and things. Just think about what are the steps involved to solve the problem you're trying to solve in your business, and make those as efficient as possible. And another thing I've learned is that my first 100 videos are going to suck. I'll happily say this on this channel. My first 100 videos are going to suck, right? Maybe you don't think this sucks. Maybe you do think this sucks, whatever. The first 100 are going to suck. But every single video is an asset. It's never going to go away. It's a virtual asset. It's like buying a house. It's like buying cryptocurrency. It's like buying whatever. You invest in something, you create an asset, and then that asset can be used later on to either sell or make more money. And it's the same case with YouTube. So all these videos I'm making, you can make 1,000 videos on your YouTube channel and then maybe get a couple thousand subscribers from that. But then one day, if you do blow up, when your YouTube channel does take off, you have thousands and thousands of virtual assets that can all make you money rather than just having a couple. So if you are going to do YouTube, just remember that it's a long process. The first videos and the first 100 videos, you just need to get them out. You need to learn, you need to get them out and learn as I am doing. And things will get better. Video quality will just naturally get better. You will just naturally get better on camera. All you've got to do is look at my first couple of videos that I did and see that I feel like I'm already getting a lot better on camera. And I was really, really nervous about being on camera when I first started. And I feel like now it's a lot easier to just hit record and start. It's a skill, okay? Like anything in life. And the priority is to record. Cannot stress this enough. This is something I've learned very recently, is I was spending way too much time editing thumbnails, way too much time editing the videos, way too much time putting cool, intricate edits and animations and all this bollocks in when I should have just been recording videos. This is the main thing. So if you are going to do YouTube or any business that you're working on, what is the highest ROI task that you can do in that business, and just do that, and everything else can come afterwards or can wait for further down the line in your career. Just do the highest ROI thing possible. And for YouTube, that is just make videos. Even if it means that they don't come with a thumbnail, even if it means you don't edit them, you just put them on YouTube. That is the highest ROI task you can do. So whatever it is that for your side hustle, your business, whatever it is, focus and prioritize on the main ROI task. Fitness. How have I been balancing fitness with all this shit going on that I've mentioned already? It's very, very rare that I miss a gym session now. I used to miss a lot of gym sessions, even when I had less going on. And I feel like it's because I've optimized my diet and optimized my kind of goal and plan and process and everything. I've been able to not miss gym sessions and still do YouTube, still do a 9-to-5 job, still focus on my mental health, and still have somewhat of a social life. And I feel like that's just mainly because I've been on self-improvement and I've learned so much about time management, about motivation, about everything. Like that stuff is helping everything. So quick fire away tips to help get your fitness in, right? Keep your workouts shorter and more intense. So don't be in the gym for an hour and a half. You're not an IFBB pro bodybuilder. All these fitness influencers will say people don't work hard enough anymore. You need to be at the gym at least an hour and a half, 2 hours. Yeah, but they're all on gear and they all have incredible physiques, fair play. And that's their job. If your job is to be a fitness influencer, if your job is to be a fitness influencer and you get money for your physique, then yes, spend 2 hours in the gym per day. That's fine. You have the time to do it. I don't have the time to be in the gym that long. I just don't have the time to be in the gym that long. So 45-minute workouts, keep them short and sweet and intense. But good way to do that is incorporate drop sets to every exercise you do. Instead of doing a 4th set, just make the 3rd set a drop set. That's going to save you so much time, and focus on exercises where you don't have to spend ages putting the weights back, putting the weights on the bar, things like squats and all these kind of things. Just put weight on the bar. And if you don't have time and you're running low on time, don't keep trying to progressive overload in terms of weight, just progressive overload in terms of reps. It's going to be faster to do that. And then finally, mental health. How have I been balancing my mental health with all these things going on? I've got so much going on in my life, so busy. How have I been balancing my mental health? Well, for me, I've actually been pretty good. So I used to be a lot more, I wouldn't say I would get depressed, but I used to be a lot more down, in life in general, just a few years ago, just on things. I felt like I had no direction, nothing going for me. And I feel like the biggest factor that's gone into that, to be honest, is diet. And I really do think you are what you eat. I think the stuff you put in your mouth really has a huge impact on how you feel and what your thought process is like, and just whether you feel good or not. And I think cutting a lot of carbs out of my diet and really focusing more on protein and fats has really helped my mental health and just drive and motivation. Caffeine is another great way to sort out your mental health. So if you're not already drinking caffeine, then do so, but make sure you listen to Andrew Huberman's podcast on caffeine before you go and just start thinking you can drink 7 Monster Energies a day. Make sure you learn about caffeine, learn about this stuff, because since I've been learning about it, I feel like I've been able to optimize it and self-experiment and get it perfect for me to the point where it just makes me feel great. So definitely listen to that podcast, and that'll just teach you everything you need to know about caffeine. So just go listen to that. It's only about an hour and a half long. Learn how dopamine works. Again, go listen to Andrew Huberman's podcast on that. Go look at Hamza's videos on it. Go look at other YouTube videos on it. Once you learn how the body uses dopamine and how dopamine is used to regulate mood and drive and all these kind of different things, once you learn how the dopamine system works, you can really, really take advantage of it. And it's really helpful just for anyone with any kind of mental health issues, depression or whatever it is. If you just feel sad, learn about the dopamine system and you'll probably realize why you feel sad. And for me, it was just doing a lot of things that were instant gratification and spiking my dopamine far too much. And you need to learn to, sacrifice the current, pleasures for long-term pleasures. And you're just going to feel better for it, honestly. Keep your surroundings clean and tidy. This used to be a thing that I used to just have my room a tip. So my room would literally be so messy, just clothes flung everywhere. And occasionally it is like that sometimes, but I've been a lot better at keeping on top of my room, keeping everything neat and orderly and clean. And I think if you've just got a clean environment, then it's going to help you just feel better. And it helps me feel better. So I always make sure that my environment's clean. And then make sure you have a mission for the day. So this one's a bit more obscure, but make sure you've got a purpose. Make sure you've got some kind of goal for the day. That's not just your job, not just going to work, not just going to the gym. Make sure you've got some kind of purpose, like a mission. Like, what are you working towards? Like, for me, it's really to get this channel become like a big thing. Like I really, really want, and I feel like I've got the knowledge to really help a lot of guys who are in a similar situation to me. And yeah, I mean, you need to get yourself a mission. You need to have some kind of business, some kind of passion, something that you're working on daily. That not a lot of other people are working on. And that's just going to help get your brain in focus. You're going to have a clear path, a clear goal, a clear destination, and it'll just make you feel so much better. So yeah, they're the biggest things that have helped my mental health. And I feel better nowadays than I've ever felt, to be honest. And I've got more on my plate than I've ever had. And for some reason, I'm not ever feeling stressed, or very rarely feel stressed. And I think it is because, like I say, diet, optimizing and leveraging your dopamine system, leveraging caffeine, and yeah, all around just having a good mental space and learning, just continuing on the self-improvement path. I guess we're all on this mission together. You're on this mission with me. Self-improvement is a continuous thing that I'll last for the rest of my life, and it's only going to get better and better and better. So get on self-improvement, sort your mental health out, sort your fitness out, and everything else should just come together after that. Anyway, guys, hope you found this video useful, informative, helpful in any way. And that's it. Have a great day.